we're going to talk about our very favorite clinical technique, rubber dam placement, right? I know all of you out there say, Shannon, I cannot wait to place a rubber dam. We always joke about that. It's our favorite thing that we want to do as dental assistants. But I will say, if we really loved it as much as I say we do, there would be more than 6% of the population placing rubber dam. Part of the reason when I ask assistants why do they not do that is because of the time, right? And we all know that in dentistry, that's the one thing that we don't have enough of is time. One of the things that I want you to know is that this little mini dam from DMG today that I'm going to share with you is pretty amazing, okay? For the simple fact that it is going to isolate these teeth, and most importantly, you're going to be shocked at how fast you're going to be able to put it on. And so I think that one of the things that I have told DMG is that this is an amazing product, and it makes me sad that nobody knows about it. So that's why we're doing this today. We're going to show you exactly how easy it is. So first of all, let's talk about the product itself. It isolates two teeth. It's made of silicone. So if you've got patients that are allergic to, any type of rubber product, and we know sometimes patients can be allergic to a lot of different materials, this is silicone. So you don't have to worry about the allergy piece of that unless, 1 in a million has an allergy to silicone. So that's a great plus right there. The second thing is the box comes with 20, but it's really going to isolate two teeth at a time. So let's be honest here. When we think about, isolating a whole quadrant and coming to the midline, that's not going to happen with this product. It isolates two teeth. But if you were doing a full quadrant of direct resins, you could always isolate two, get those two build up, because we don't just prep and do all these at one time, most of the time anyway. So, you could do two teeth, take it off, and then place another dam for the next two, as you move towards the midline. So it's a great plus. But one of the things I always want to do when we do these little mini tips for you and really talking about this learning module is that I always want to troubleshoot, because there's always going to be things that are going to happen in your chair. And most importantly, let's be honest, right? Today, I'm going to show you how fast it is, but this is a typodont. So I'm a little bit, can manipulate my patient a little bit better, right? So let's talk about this troubleshooting. So I'm going to move away my full arch model here, and I want to show you this really oversized model, because I want to share with you a couple of things that I always want you to do as assistants. And I actually have a handout, and at the end of this learning module, I'll share that with you so you can go and get all these tips, because again, we're very to the point, and we want to make sure that you're successful with it. And the last thing I want you to do is be fumbling, right? Because I know we have to be efficient. So first thing I always do, regardless of whether it's going to be this mini dam or I'm going to place my conventional dam, is I always want to floss the contacts. Don't go into it blinded, not knowing whether or not you got a tooth that maybe is rotated, or maybe you've got low gingiva. Maybe it's an older patient that has some recession. We really want to make sure that we are aware and always knowing exactly our isolation field, okay? And that's with everything we do as a dental assistant, right? So I'm going to take my floss first, always with my patient, and I'm going to go and floss the areas that I know I'm going to be placing that rubber dam or this mini dam. So what I want to do is I want to share with you, I want you to kind of listen. I'm going to be real quiet. I want you to hear, that popping sound. And what I'm doing is I'm looking to see if the teeth were tighter. And again, this is a typodont, so they're a little bit spread further apart. Ideally, on a real patient, we won't have that. And we do have rotations depending as we go forward, sometimes in the premolar area especially. So I always check the interproximal contacts with floss. Again, I love the fact that it is made of silicone. It's going to be super, super easy for you to be able to utilize it. And I want to kind of share with you exactly the way it looks. So I'm going to take it and kind of open it up. And I want you to kind of see that it really does isolate two teeth here. You see that? So one of the things that you'll notice is that it is shaped like this, but if I laid it flat, you can kind of see it has a little lip. This is where I'm going to grab these areas just like this. So if my patient, this is a, when you think about a typodont model here, this is my maxillary model, but I'm actually going to pretend that it's, the mandibular model. And I'm going to lay it like this. One of the things you always want to do is this little like lip on it always goes towards the gingiva and down, right? Which makes sense. And the reason being is because you're going to grab it and you're going to pull it just like that to get it down into the interproximal contact. So what I want to do is kind of show you exactly what I would normally do if this were our patient, is I'm going to stretch it and I'm going to go behind that last tooth there, right in between this tooth. and I'm going to just kind of stretch it. Now I want to kind of, again, it's a typodont, right? You're like, Shannon, really? Oh my God, I'm going to buy this today. You know, if it wasn't going to go down all the way and I want to kind of leave it up just a little bit, I would grab that floss again and get it right back down exactly where it needs to go, which is crazy, right? Now, one of the things you always want to do when you're flossing is you want to floss down, loop it, and pull it through. Okay, you never want to go down and up, because what would happen if you go down and up, you're going to lift it out of the sulcus or lift it out of that interproximal contact. Then I'm going to go down just like that. You saw how it had some blue in between. It was kind of held up by the contact, so I just flossed it. And again, I'm going to go over and hold it. So I always put my finger on top of the occlusal surface, go through that contact, loop it over, and then pull it through. And I will say that it was almost too easy. But honestly, it is always this easy utilizing this product from DMG. I want the very best for our patients, and I want to make sure that we don't, you know, contaminate that working field. And this product really helps us to do that. And so this product, again, I want to mention it. It's the MiniDam, and I'll show you, again, it's from DMG. And in this box, you're going to have 20. And I will say that once you use this one time, you'll really, really, really appreciate how fast, how efficient it'll be. And most importantly, it's going to make you look good as a dental assistant because it's so easy to put on. So I'm Shannon Brinker, and I thank you so much for your time today. And I hope you enjoyed this learning segment of placing the MiniDam from DMG.